Check. Oh, check. 1 2. Check 1 2. One, two. Hey, JC, what's going on? Trying to hear the audio here. I think it's fine, actually. A little loud. Oh, nice. I need to figure it out. Okay. That's going to be a little bit better. Cool. All right. So, today is going to be a little bit of a rant. So, beautiful things that happen at the office, and it's always just one of those things that you always try to plan for, and it still doesn't go well. So without getting to extreme amount of details, the biggest problem that we've been having is we're in the middle of construction and we're trying is the key word, to get everything done the right way. For whatever reason, we wanted to get a whole bunch of cable drops done. And I'm trying to make sure I don't get pissed. Where the cable drops were done. Yeah, they were used, it looked like decent quality cable. But one, the cabling install, like on a rack, was horrendous. It was poorly done. It was terrible. It wasn't even done with proper conduit. But the most important part for me, I can overlook everything else. But the most important part is this one simple thing where they put it in the wrong room. Oh my God. That's the part that pissed me off the most. How would somebody run cabling and put it in the wrong room? Now, I can give benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt is the simple one thing. They were instructed incorrectly. I could let that be. That's fine. And that's perfectly fine. However, it doesn't look like that was the case. Wait, what happened here? I went to my Twitch chat. Hello, Twitch chat. Twitch chat. Close. Okay, there you go. Jesus. So, this installer, I'm going to go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt that somebody told him to install in the wrong place. The part that I'm frustrated is, this is my network. Why wasn't I consulted? Why wasn't I aware that the install of the cable was being done? Why weren't things told to me? As the sysadmin and the network administrator, network engineer of the company. This is the part that I'm like, why? So, I'm right now I have a full investigation going on. I have my manager in there, and we want to find out what happened, because the only thing that I am going to be very upset about is that it was installed in the wrong place. Everything else is just icing on the cake. The cabling, poorly done. It looked like it belonged to Lab Gore or like Cable Gore, because oh my God, it's the worst cabling I've ever seen, or probably one of the worst cabling. I've seen bad cabling. This is probably one of the worst cabling jobs I've ever seen. in our company. I'm not going to allow that. And I already told everybody in my department, I'm not allowing that. Oh, sorry. I'm not allowing that. Oh my God. And the fact that it was just, this was done. Did anybody check it? There's some fault in ours because we didn't, validate the work, or we signed off on the work. The biggest thing is who signed off on it. That's a whole different conversation on who signed off the work. And a bigger question is, why wasn't IT ever consulted to let them know that the cabling was being done? I wasn't aware. I was not. And if I wasn't aware, somebody should have taken a point. Order. So now, I am extremely upset about it. I'm expecting that they're going to fix it and put it in the right place, because that cabling is terrible. One of the worst cabling jobs out there. But the main thing that I want to talk about, because that was just me ranting, having my little rant session right now. It's therapy for me. How do we plan for things in IT and try to mitigate these type of things? You have to have certain checklists, so to speak, that you have to have internally, or something that you have as an IT project manager, which is something that I'm noticing that we need to have more and more, where we can mitigate all of these little things from actually happening, and getting a clear expectation of what should and should not be done. Because that is the part that I want to mitigate. I want to avoid having to fix the issues twice. I was telling one of my guys, it's like, I want to have this problem be fixed the first time around. No ifs, ands, or buts. First time around, because I don't want to do double work. Fixing it twice means you have to do double work. I'm not doing that. So, how do we go through that process? First, you got to go ahead and obviously have a plan. What is it you want to do? Kind of have to go through like the whole process of like the oh my God, the process of what was the scientific method? What is it you're trying to do? What is your hypothesis? What is your process? What is your conclusion? Sort of like that. You gotta go ahead and figure out, okay, what are we trying to do? Okay, we need to run an Ethernet cable. Cool. On how many offices? We gotta get a map. Okay, we have designed the map. We have laid out, we need to have this. Did we ever talk about doing this? Oh, we didn't see this. You have iterations of it, and then you go ahead and you find a contractor. Get the contractor to run the cabling. Get the contractor to do whatever needs to be done. You're good. Then the install date. The installer does whatever they need to do. The contractor does whatever they need to do. And then there's a final walk around. This is something that a lot of, even if you do like home construction, you should do before you sign off and you give a freaking check saying, hey, here's the money. Good job. You walk around and you find any issue that they have. Like, hey, this is wrong. Because Lord knows that they make a mistake and try to go ahead and claim it. It's a pain. So one of the problems is how to mitigate that. Who are your points of contact? Who is the person that's supposed to be taking charge of this scenario, of the process, and who's going to be the person that signs off on that? The signing off is the process that we need to figure out, and that's the part that I think everybody needs to have a process with, where the my God, I lost my train of thought here. Where the whole thing, when it comes to doing a simple project or a simple plan, and I'll tell you right now, I am swamped with the amount of plans. Oh. Man, I'm so distracted. This is how work is for me. I get distracted and I lose my train of thought and I have to start all over again. So, planning a project or planning something that needs to be done. What we need to do, we need to figure out is you need to have points where you say like milestones. And the milestones are those things. You need to say, hey, this is the last thing we need to do before we go on to the next step, like hiring. Let's say that we're gonna hire a contractor. Let's use this cable run as an example. We're gonna go and plan out in a map the drops. After the drops, okay, we need to decide what type of drops do we need and where we're gonna install it and all this stuff. After that's all said and done, the next step is you hire a contractor. You review the floor plan with the contractor and make sure everything is clear as possible. Then the contractor schedules the time and executes on the work. Then before any, like, if this is like a deposit, that's fine. There's some people require the deposit up front. I don't mind that. But the final check should not be given until a final walkthrough and a walk around to make sure that all the work was done to spec, to what we expected. If the work was not done to the expectations that we have, then there's either a misunderstanding of expectation, or somebody's being lazy or missed something, which is very possible. And fixing these things are very easy. What? All right, sorry about that. I was like, what happened to my music? There it is. So, a lot of this did not go right. And I still don't have a postmortem what happened or what could have been or what could have gone right or what could have gone wrong. The good thing is that this was only a quarter of the building. Silver lining to learn, make corrections, and move forward. But I use this as a platform to tell you guys what to expect, so that you guys don't have to go through this process and make mistakes like this. Because the worst thing you can do, let's say that, especially if you're a consultant or an MSP, if somebody does this, how are you going to go ahead and tell that to the customer? Hey, you got a bad contract to do a bad job. Does that reflect on the work that you do? That's pretty bad. Try to make sure that you don't, like, hold on. So, I'm giving you this as advice. This is an advice channel. This is like people that want to learn or really like to nerd out, where we can actually use this platform to really just share an experience and share ideas and thoughts and advice, because these are things that you're gonna find in this field. And it's going to be inevitable. You're going to run into these problems. You just need to know how to pivot quick and address those things as fast as possible. That's all it is. And the good thing is that it's a really solvable problem. And it's something that you could prevent over time. But if you don't know what to look for, how can you prevent it? You know, and you want to always get the job done right the first time, especially when it's something that you recommend, because it reflects very, very poorly on you if it looks bad. Okay, so I feel like I've had a really good therapy session. Thank you for coming. No, I'm kidding. Other things, and my camera's all there we go. Other things, I finally got a server. I'm gonna be getting it soon. I'm waiting for it to arrive. But let me see if I can show you at least what I got in a concept. It's like this one. Let me make sure that I have my sources here. Okay. So this is the one that I'm getting. And I don't know if that shows well. Wait. There you go. Okay. That may fix. There we go. Cool. So this is what I'm looking. This is actually what I was looking at. I got. It's not the exact specs. So the ones that I got, it has one CPU, one I forgot which one it was. It was an E5. All right, let me pull it up here real quick. See all messages. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. It is an E5 1650 V2. And we're going to search that up right here. Here it is. I think this one's a 6-core, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 6-core and 12 threads. It's Ivy Bridge. Products formerly Ivy Bridge. 3.9 max boost. This is actually going to be really nice when I get it. CDP is 100. That's fine. It should be fine. PCIe 3. Obviously has vPro, which is good. So this is one I got. I got this one with that processor, and it has 64 gigs of RAM. Nice. The only thing now I gotta find are the drive trays and some drives. I have some 3 terabyte drives, but what I would like to do is get a bunch of the new the drives, like new or relatively new, if I can get them at a decently used price. Where I could, oh, this thing just expanded wrong. There we go. Where I can just put that server literally right next to my old one and just transfer whatever I need to do, and maybe even do it more. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it. That's good. So this is gonna give me some content. I'm gonna do like Proxmox. I'm gonna do like I don't know if I can do Unraid. I'll try Unraid. I'm gonna do obviously TrueNAS Scale, VMware, like things that we're gonna. I'm gonna probably find a few other. Like maybe I'll just do native Linux like I'm doing with mine with Rocket Linux. But there are actually some problems I'm actually finding right now with Rocket Linux. So on my so I built out a VM running Windows Server 2019, so I can run Manage Engine free. We're using that, and I want to learn it, and plus I need to find ways to manage my computers. And I've realized that I have a problem putting that server on the network and talking to the server itself, which is a problem. So I'm troubleshooting, and I think the issue is that I can't bond it to the same NIC. And the problem is I have 2 NICs. One is for my server, the other one is for my Docker containers. And if I put it on the server one, I can't talk to the server and manage it. If I don't put it in my containers, I can't get an IP address, because I have Pi-hole running as my DHCP and DNS. So I might have to move my Docker NIC over to the host one and use that one as a guest VM. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Not gonna be a problem with this one because it has 4 NICs, so not a problem. But something that I need to address is how am I going to like what storage am I gonna put, or what storage, what operating system I want to do. I want to test it all out. I want to see what's to be the best when it comes to performance, UI, usability, features, stuff like that. It's going to be really, I'm going to have so much fun like testing this out, and it's going to be a nice set of content because it's going to also give me more 64 gigs of RAM. I'm running 24 on mine right now on an i5. Now I'm going to have 12 CPUs and compared to 4, I'm going to have performance. I'm going to have enough buffer. I just need to get hard drives. I'm going to see if I can get like 3-4 terabyte hard drives. I think they're like 80 or 90 bucks right now. I was looking at them. Yeah, here we go. Those are 2 terabytes. I saw 4 terabytes here. Look, 5 terabytes, 130. 4 terabytes, 129. Here we go. I'm gonna do it because it's actually gonna be. Here we go, 63 bucks. 4 terabyte Western Digital Blues. I can get 3 for under 250. And I have RAID. Yes. I'll have what 4 8 I'll have 8 terabytes RAID 5 yeah, 8 terabytes RAID 5, and I could have like 10 terabytes by the time I'm done with the JBOD. I want parity. ZFS, I can do ZFS. You see, so many things I can do. It does have SAS. Does it? Hang on one second. I think it does. Because it has a PERC H710. I think it does have a SAS control. It has a SAS controller on it for sure. Cool. Yeah, it has to. Yeah, these servers usually come with SAS, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have SAS. I just don't know if it's going to be a problem mixing SAS and SATA. You know what? Experimentation. I'll be doing that on stream. But yeah, this CPU, a lot of throughput. 3.9, 12 threads, 6 CPU, 6 cores, 64 gigs of RAM. I'm gonna have enough headroom for VMs, Windows VMs. I'm gonna be able to build out my servers with no problem. Obviously, I'm gonna be able to expand the storage, be able to test out TrueNAS Scale, Proxmox, Unraid. I think there's another one that I just have to look for. I know Linus has done it. And then we can start really tinkering around with more stuff after that. What's this? Work emails. So yeah, this is good. This is a server, the CPU that came out Q3 13. I was actually, I think that was like around the same era. I don't remember now. Oh. My watch updated. I didn't realize it. So that's gonna be stuff that's gonna be coming. I need to figure out. Well, actually, what I need to figure out, and I think I saw it here. I need to get drive caddies. They're like 10 bucks, so it's not that expensive. And I think I found them on eBay for like a pack of 4 for like 40 bucks. So it's gonna be perfect. But I can also get them for $9.50 a piece. So it'll be like what, 40, 50 bucks in drive trays. Not bad. Comes with 4. Let me see. Let me just read the specs here. Has dual 1 gigabit NIC, dual onboard 1 gig NIC, and it comes with 1 hard drive sled. So that means actually we get 1 hard drive less. Dual 7-pin dual power supply. That means I need to get a battery. But that's another thing. Yeah, 64 gigs DDR3, no hard drive, which is fine. Alright. Yep. So I'm gonna have some fun making that stuff. I might I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do on my old server. I might actually leave that be my PF Sense if I can figure out how to get a smaller chassis for it. Be pretty good for PF Sense. I don't know. Or Open Sense. I could do some testing with that too. Oh, it's just from China. Ew. Let's take a look at this. Oh, these are Constellation drives? Oh, nice. $58? $58? Add to list. That's actually really good. Yeah, I never buy a drive used. They go bigger. Wow, sick for $10 more. Oh, it's refurb. Never mind. Yeah, that's actually a really good price. Yep. Adding that to my budget. Yeah. If my server supports SAS, I'm putting SAS. If that's $58, this is a good price for 4 terabytes. They're actually local to me? Duplicate? I am searching right now. Oh, they are. Wow. These people are actually right next to me. Well, not right next to me, but they're close enough. Yeah, I'm not getting refurb drives. Those are like the worst. Let's see. Yeah, if I can help it, I try to avoid refurbs because you never know. It's my store. This is like my data. I like to be very careful with it. But I want to get these drive sleds. That's for sure. So let's see if they sell on Amazon. Oh, look at that. $15. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, $10 right here. Pack of 2, $20. There you go. 2-pack. 2 pieces. 2.5? Wait, these are 2.5. Never mind. Actually, I might. Do I have this? I don't remember if I have SSD for my server. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Monsoon. I'm gonna check eBay now. Let me see something. Where is it? 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 I want to see something. Oh yeah, I want to see my server. I think it has an SSD. Oh my god, I just blanked out. I just blanked out. Ah, server. Oh yeah, so I just bought a Dell PowerEdge T620, and I need to get drive sleds for those. I think I need like, I want to get like 5 or no 4. Let me see storage. I'll tell you right now. No, that's the wrong one. Performance metrics, hardware details. Oh man, where's my storage? I knew I have it in here. Boot, home. Yeah, I think actually it is an SSD. I think it's 128. Yep, T620. $5 on AliExpress. See. Dell Power T620 Daddy. I don't know yet. I haven't received the hard drive. I haven't received the server yet, but it looks like it was in office, so maybe, I don't know. I'll have to see. Oh wow, $7. Huh. Yeah. Wow. I'll be here like next month. Yeah, I guess it's. That'd be trippy. That's the only thing about AliExpress is it takes forever for things to get there. A good one. I don't think I have the model yet. No, I don't have the model, but I can probably figure it out. I think it's this one. Yeah, here it is. OF28238F. Alright, I'll put that in the chat here. Yeah, the thing with I know that the Dells, I think is the iPerf? Is it called iPerf? Yeah. I know that the iPerf has like an IT mode, but I don't know if it's been flashed with that model. They're 3.5 inch. This is actually pretty good right here. It brings 2 of them for $16.99. Ooh. The next thing I want to do after is get some batteries. Get a nice what type of battery? Yeah, something like this. Actually, yeah. Something I can connect some monitoring on would be perfect. Then what we need to do is Prox Mox versus Unraid versus True Naz versus there's another one. That's a number 2 for Prox Mox. There's another one that I had. It was Unraid, Prox Mox. I forgot what it was called. But this is why I'm gonna make a video, because there's just so many options out there, and I've really liked how TrueNAS. Oh, nice. XCPNG, there we go. I have a 3-server cluster that got moved into a colo. Nice. What type of servers? Were it also Dells? Oh, Zen. Yes. Oh, really? I'm gonna have. You know what? I'm adding that to my list of things. Let me add it to my list of things to test. Because I really liked TrueNAS. Oh, the R720. I was actually looking at an R720 because they also have the 720 XD. Yeah. So that's the things I want to find. Wait, hold on. Let me add this. Of course, my notes are taking forever to load. Here we go. As versus Prox Mox versus Unraid versus what was this one? XCPNG. Alright, added that there. So TrueNAS came out with something called TrueNAS Scale, and that's the one that I'm going to be testing. The only thing I don't like is that it's not using native Docker, it's using Kubernetes. And it has a limitation of what ports you can actually forward from 9,000 and up. You can't, and I think that's native to Kubernetes if I'm not mistaken. But it's actually something that it's worth taking a peek, because I actually tested it out here on stream one time, and TrueNAS is a beautiful interface, beautiful, but it does have its shortcomings. So no, I'm just gonna have something. It's gonna be it's my home server, so it's just gonna be personal. Yeah, so this is TrueNAS Core, which I've tried, and it's just really just a NAS. TrueNAS Scale is the one that kind of has some additional features like virtualization and stuff like that, where you can actually create virtual machines and stuff like that. Really? Huh. Yeah, no, my servers at the office were all on AWS, so we don't have any like physical infrastructure. That's the beautiful. At that moment, I just start working infrastructure as code. That becomes more fun. Hold on. Check. There we go. Okay, this music is a little loud. Really? For TrueNAS Scale high availability, you need to have 3 subnets? I'm assuming one is just... No. So one obviously for management. One for clustering is how you communicate. It's like heartbeat. And then the third one? An Active Directory server. Huh. That's trippy. Active Directory. You have to actually use... Wow, that's a new one. I want to find that now. Now you got me intrigued. Monsoon. Let's see. Resources. That'd be dumb if you have to have an actual active directory to do it. But then again, if you're building it in scale, you usually have a large. Probably have like a large environment where you need to have that running. LDAP, Kerberos, Active Directory, Google 2FA, local use. The one thing I'm trying to find is something where I can store not only my containers, because I have like 40 something, and I'm probably going up to 50. Ceph cluster. Was that the other one I was looking at? I don't remember. I do know that TrueNAS Core might be better for what you're trying to do than TrueNAS Scale. TrueNAS Scale, I think they're trying to be more like a prox, mox, and an unraid. Yeah, here it is. No, that's actually... Yeah, Docker images, Kubernetes pods. They need to do Docker. There you go. So I think the only advantages that you get with TrueNAS Scale in comparison to TrueNAS Core is the virtualization platform, because it's not run on FreeBSD. TrueNAS Scale is on Ubuntu or Debian, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's more Ubuntu. Could be wrong. But that gives you obviously a different platform where you can actually maintain it and manage it. But FreeBSD is basically like what FreeNAS was built off, and that's what TrueNAS is. Basically, I think it's a fork or is a successor to FreeNAS. You can. Let me see if I can find it. You can, because I have seen that. Let's see features. There's a scalability part. I think you might have to actually get have to spring for the Enterprise Edition with it. Cluster through NAS 4. Interesting. Reconfigure pools and create cluster. The cluster TrueNAS Scale. SMB clusters. TrueNAS Core. Pretty sure you can do this in cluster. Core. Maybe that's where this makes sense if you're using the word scale. Scaling out. Derp. Server cluster. You need to look into TrueNAS Scale. If you want a cluster, you're out of luck. You need Enterprise. Yep, you're absolutely right. Which is only on IX. Yep. Spot on. You, my friend, have done your research. So you need to have their own equipment to do it. That's why you want to have TrueNAS Scale. Okay. So they probably did it with Cluster FS is one thing that's probably what is causing it to be able to be done. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I would have sworn that you can do the TrueNAS court, or was it something else? I'm gonna have to look into it now because I know that there was another one that you can use ZFS, but I think it was using TrueNAS, and I don't remember now. Now it's like it's gonna bother me now to figure it out. Makes sense that you would, for the enterprise, it would want to be their equipment. There was another one. Yeah, so the other thing I like about it, TrueNAS Scale, is that I can back up everything to S3 or Google Cloud or Backblaze. That's just native. Beautiful. That's not true. Oh, that's enclosure management. Never mind. High availability. This is a big one right here. Okay. I need to find out the other one. I can't remember. I know if I watch a video. Linus has another video. Here's Safzio. Oh, of course it's Red Hat. I know Linus did this with his petabyte project, the mega petabyte one. He was doing this with GlusterFS, and I think it was with TrueNAS. No, wait. I can't remember right now. Oh well. But yeah, this is the next step in the project of craziness that I have. And all I know, it's going to be
nice.
So yeah, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna be stoked. 64 gigs of RAM. That CPU is actually a little bit better than I thought it was. When I looked at it, I think I just did the V1, but this is 12 threads. It's gonna be nice. And then, that's gonna get some good content out of that one. Alright, I'm gonna find it. Now it's gonna bother me. Let me see. It'll take me a second to find it. Videos. Been a while since he did an update on this one. Here it is. He calls it the Mother Vault. Where is the software? Oh, so yeah, the way he's doing this is the right way. You do like clustering, which is you have a head server doing attaching all the NASs into a SAN. I mean, all the SANs into one server. Okay, let me see this one. That's Unraid. This is the one he did Unraid for his home. Come on. So this is TrueNAS. Yes, TrueNAS Core. Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to find it. Because now I'm gonna spend a few days to figure this out. But yeah. I got a lot of testing to do once I get my servers and videos to make, and that's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be doing that for a bit. Hopefully by the end of the year. Crossing fingers. And then that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything. All right. I checked everything I needed to check. Yes. Techno Tim was the one that gave me the idea of doing, what was it? Not Proxmox. Prometheus and Grafana. Actually, I used his video to help me out building that. I still need to attach my PFSense to Prometheus. I just haven't had time. Yes, Techno Tim. Let me add that one. Techno Tim. I know he gave me a couple ideas. Yeah, home. Yeah, I saw this one, his home lab and server room tour. Yeah. So his video talking about Grafana Loki, that's the one that I got the way to monitor my Docker container, to monitor my host, all in Grafana and Prometheus. I'm still learning Prometheus and Grafana because that's just it's a little complicated for me, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely join into his Discord. I need to get into the Discord game because I don't have time. But I do want to make like a little series, not a little series, but kind of like a world, like a discovery. Like, okay, hey, we're gonna go ahead and try to do this with Unraid and this with Proxmox and VMware. Obviously, VMware is just a hypervisor, like Hyper-V. Do I want to do Hyper-V? No. No, I don't. I already have enough fun with Hyper-V. VMware I like. The ESXi. Yeah, seriously. I might just do ESXi just for hypervisor fun. Like, hey, you can do all of this, but realistically, it makes no sense to do that. Unless you're actually using the way that you would do it, if you're just using pure VMs and you convert that into TrueNAS and then you use that as a SAN, which I'm not doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I might just make that as like a quick tutorial because I know some people would like to use VMware. I'm okay with VMware. I have no problem with that. But for what I want to do, it's not going to be a perfect case. And then I want to kind of go down the road of like manage engine is something that we're implementing, and I implemented it here in my house. kind of go through like, hey, Manage Engine does this, but I'm testing it still. The one thing I have a problem with Manage Engine, it's probably just because I'm not approaching it right. I haven't dedicated enough time to figure out. I want to put it behind my Nginx, and I can't. So that might be something else. Yeah. And then the next thing I want to figure out is Kubernetes. That's gonna be the big meat and potatoes, because I want to be able to scale my Kubernetes. I want to be able to scale out my containers to like multiple VMs and stuff like that, just because I can. I want to learn it. That's the reason why I'm having this home lab. Home lab is going to be that. Is just going to be able to build out my home lab, tinker around, play around, build this, do that, and have enough resources. And I also want to back up all my stuff. I have computers that haven't been backed up in God knows how long, and I don't know how good their hard drives are. And I want to centralize my pictures and centralize my videos. And I have Plex, I have this, and I have that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to accomplish, but it's going to be one of those things that require a server, which I finally got. I want to see if I can get maybe 3-4 terabytes. Yeah, 3-4 terabyte drive, 3-4 terabyte drives, not 3 or 4 terabytes. That's a really complicated way to say it, but like have 8 terabytes on a RAID 5 would be more than enough for what I have right now. But that make a NAS, make a shared storage, set up Nextcloud properly, set up Bitwarden properly. Having a bunch of little problems with permissions and stuff like that. I want to fix that. I actually might not even need Nextcloud once I set up my NAS and my SAN, or it's like the NFS and Samba properly for Windows. Might not be a problem. Might not be needed anymore. Because one thing I also want to get sometime next year is a MacBook that can do my video editing on that one, and also have a Mac to tinker with and integrate with. Because we live in a world where we have Mac, Windows, and Linux, and I only have Windows and Linux. How can I support Mac if I don't have one? And my Hackintosh is eventually gonna just die. I'm not gonna be able to use it anymore. And then yeah, because that's another thing I want to do, like VMs. I want to do Windows Server Core, like full-blown Server Core cluster management, and not cluster management, but like Server Core managed and stuff like that. I'm getting sick. Too many little things I want to do, but yeah, Techno Tim, I've watched this video. Am I even subscribed to him? I am not. Now I am. There's another one I like is Network Chuck. Recommend him. He's actually like one that I've learned a lot of like networking stuff, and that's the stuff that I want to get into a little bit with Python and scripting and stuff like that. Here in this channel and my videos I want to do, I'm gonna be a little bit more on PowerShell, because Windows and PowerShell, there's too many things that you can accomplish, and you just need to be able to know how to navigate through that. I want to do like a full-blown Nginx, and once I do full-blown, how do you do Nginx with proper like basics and stuff like that? That's huge, and especially in this world where we need to have load balancing and put something in front and protect your systems. Nginx is like one of the things you can do. You reduce your attack surface and you point to one point of entry. Man, there's a lot. Let me see, because I also have containers here like crazy. Obviously, I'm getting have a Ubiquity controller. I want to be able to get a Ubiquity switch, set up actual networking and stuff like that. I might get rid of some of these containers because they seem really redundant. I don't use transmission or sonar radar. Maybe I should. I don't know. I got Uptime Kuma. That's a new one that I want to set up properly with more detail and more time. Home Assistant. I want to actually set that up with Home Assistant. The Home Assistant Supervisor, which apparently I need to do a VM on. That's gonna be annoying. But that's why I want to have the resources. I have 64 gigs of RAM to do stuff. That's another thing about. Okay, I remember now the downside of TrueNAS, and it was that TrueNAS requires a lot of memory consumption. It actually has a lot of memory consumption. That's the problem. I remember now because it does. I think it does the memory as part of the caching, or does something with ZFS. I forgot what it was. I need to figure that part out. That's another one. That's the downside I've heard about TrueNAS. Let me see Proxmox. Let me see something. I know I'm gonna have to download this anyways. UEMU, is that what I think Proxmox uses? Of taken virtualization. Backup server environment. Oh, so it's actually based on Debian. Okay. Proxmox is winning me a little bit. Okay. Well, that's something I'm going to be looking. This is where I start building out that pro and cons. And with that being said, I cannot close Chrome because it crashed, of course. Well, let's play some games.